Good morning and welcome to another edition of Prologue. Now, as you know, a prologue in a book or any kind of a play sets precedents or sets a backstory to the events that take place in the main story of the book or the play. Same way, this prologue delves deeper into the minds of visionaries, entrepreneurs, and people who are forward thinkers, philanthropists. So, and how they set the stage to become what they have become. So today we have with us somebody who is very well known in the Indian business community. He is the pioneer of computer education in India. He is a serial entrepreneur. He is a philanthropist. He's a restaurant owner. He's a property developer. I don't know. I mean, lot of things which probably I don't even know. So I would like to present to you Mr. Agnelorajesh Athaide, who will give a brief idea about himself, and then let's delve deeper into his mind. Rajesh.
So thank you. Connected with you always, whether it is online or offline. You're an amazing person doing amazing work and mapping the length and breadth of the whole universe, of the whole world with your logistics business. Congratulations on doing that. So I'm Agnelorajesh here, friends. For the people who don't know me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a social and a serial entrepreneur. I believe in businesses that have an impact in the society, a positive impact in the society. That motivates me to get into new ventures. I already operate multiple ventures within the country and also multiple countries of the world. It keeps me excited, and multiple businesses have given me tremendous insights into how business happens in the world today.
Awesome. So Rajesh, this is what you are today, but at what stage did you think, or what forced you to become an entrepreneur? Like, can we understand the backstory about this?
I realized very young in life. Fortunately, I come from a very economically challenging background, and very young in life, when I was just 13, I realized that the only way I can change my circumstances is not by being an employee, but being an employer. Since then, I've been working on my own. I've been a door-to-door salesman. I used to sell Venki's chicken, pile, chappal, perfumes, cosmetics, clothes, and stuff like that. And I've always been an entrepreneur because I enjoyed the freedom of decision making and the freedom of operating as per my time zones and time possibilities. That gave me humongous confidence, courage, and great revenue. In fact, I used to earn much more than what my father used to earn as an employee in his salary at that age also. So that gave me a lot of confidence and pride that I can change my circumstances by being on my own. Entrepreneurship was a thoughtful decision right from a young age. In fact, I'm the first entrepreneur in my entire family, from my father's side as well as from my mother's side. My parents have got a mixed marriage. That's why my name is Agnelorajesh. It is two communities and one name. Agnelo and Rajesh is a joint word together. So there is only one Agnelorajesh in the entire universe. Agnelo because my father is a Maharashtrian Christian, and Rajesh because my mother is a Tamilian Hindu from Tamil Nadu. So that's why that joint name. And I'm the first entrepreneur in the entire family from both the sides.
That is really mind-blowing to hear that. And that's so when you started, and I know that you were the pioneer in setting up a computer education institute in the whole of India, and you had the largest chain. I believe you still have the largest chain of computer education institutes in the whole of Maharashtra. How did you go about setting up this, and how did you get your first customer? What were the failures? I mean, we would all like to know about the secret behind all this.
So I am known in the magical city of Mumbai as St. Angelos Computers Limited. We brought computer education within the reach of a common man. We started in 1993, but we wound up in 2018 because computers now are taught in schools and colleges. So nobody goes to a private institute to learn computers.
That is
but in a span of 27 years, which gave me the name, fame, and the relationships which now I come across my students across the world. We trained 4.5 lakh students in 27 years. And IT, like one of our ex-prime ministers used to proudly say, that IT is not only India's today, but IT is India's tomorrow, and IT is Indian territory. And that's what established Indians across the whole world. In the early 90s, I realized that the future is going to be technology based. And since the liberalization of India, which happened in the early 1900s, 1990s, around 1991, 92, we took liberalization in the country and computers came into the country in a big way. I could imagine that the future is going to be tech-based, and with the huge population that India has, Indians and Indian professionals in information technologies will make a visible mark in the whole world. So why not get into the segment of computers? So I learned computers by paying no money. It was free of cost. I learned computers in one of my father's friends' offices. And in 1993, that was the year I got graduated, I started St. Angelos Computers Limited. And I'm proud to say that we were across Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Thane, Pune, and Nasik. And we could touch the lives of 4.5 lakh students. And today, these students are gainfully employed, either as employees or as employers across the entire world. So I've met my students at New York Airport, Atlanta Airport, Dubai Airport, Bahrain Airport, all the airports in the country, and also places that people might not be aware about. So the pride that you get is when you meet your student and they come and tell you that the course that we learned at your institute shaped up the career and our future, and we are thankful and grateful for that. That is an immense pleasure, because at the end of the day, when you fall back on bed, the feeling of satisfaction is priceless.
True.
It cannot be bought. It cannot be price tagged. It is priceless. And that's what empowered me to get into multiple other businesses, because when you are into education, more than money, you earn influence by knowing so many people who can make a difference in your life by either being a testimonial or by being a part of your ecosystem, which empowers your growth. So I earned plenty of relationships, and one fact I know for sure, that relationship is the most powerful ship ever in anybody's life.
Very true. I mean,
if you nurture these relationships well, it will float you to great glory and across the world.
That is true. I mean, I'm in the networking business, so I understand that very well. And I'm getting goosebumps that I know you for many, many years, and so many follow-up questions are coming. But one of the things that really strikes me here is, I believe even the Mumbai police is, you are accredited by, to the Mumbai police by, you have brought technology and cyber cell to them, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. We trained thousands of policemen at Police Computer Academy, that was at DB Marg Police Station. So we trained the Mumbai Police, Crime Branch, Modus Operandi Bureau, Anti-Corruption Bureau, State Reserve Police Force, MADA, BMC, BST, Western Railway, some parts of CBI, Navy. We trained all of them, and I'm proud to say that when the first cyber cell was set up in 1999 for the Mumbai Police, we were instrumental in supporting the team that started that cyber cell for Mumbai Police, and that was in 1999. Awesome. So a life which has got milestones, and the milestones which become a part of somebody's history or the city's history or the nation's history, and if you are a part of that, the pleasure that you get is again immense. So a life of milestones is a life worth living, is what I believe in. So that's what I keep doing through various activities and multiple businesses that I operate. I love reading history, but I also love creating it.
You have really created one for sure. And so another follow-up question. You said you wound up St. Angelos Computers in 2018. So you have multiple businesses. You are across the spectrum. I mean, you name it, you are there. So when do you decide to scale, to sell, or to shut? Like, how do you decide this, and when do you decide this? What makes you?
So it is simple. It needs to make societal changes. Suppose if I can do an impact in the society. Like, for example, we manufacture some of the country's largest water storage tanks. Okay. Now, water storage and water management is a critical element for the nation. Water is something which is priceless. I've faced it because in my childhood, we never had a tap in the house. So we used to fill water from a common tap. Oh, wow. 16 families used to have one tap, and my parents used to fill water in the morning at 4 o'clock. That is the time when the tap used to have water. So I absolutely know the value of water. So when I got this opportunity, I got into it. So we manufacture water storage tanks which can be transported to any part of the world, and the sizes begin from 15,000 liters to 20 million liters. So that's an impact. I operate one of the best restaurants in the country in 5 cities of the country. It is called Sante Spa Cuisine. It's pure vegetarian and vegan food brand. It is absolutely honestly healthy. So we add value to the customer's life by giving him food which is nourishment to his body. If you eat the right food, you don't have to eat medicines in life, is the motto of the restaurant. And that's what we do. I'm also into gym wear. So gym wear is again adding value to your life because it motivates you to maintain your fitness by going to the gym on a very regular basis, and we make it more comfortable by giving you clothing which will add flexibility to your body when you're gymming.
Wow.
I'm into fragrances. So there is a brand called Sugandhlo. In my gym wear, the brand is called Bod Active. In my fragrances business, the brand is called Sugandhlo. Now, anything that is being used when you are praying to the Lord Almighty, the God that you believe in, you are actually becoming a part of their prayer. So they buy the incense sticks from you for a prayer, and when they pray with your product, I'm sure some blessing also comes on to the manufacturer, that is to us.
That is true.
So I choose the business which creates an impact, and then I venture into it to make it large and make it grow big. I'm also into content monetization. So any good content, we choose the content that we need to carry. We are one of the largest content monetizing companies in the country. We are YouTube partners, and we help people to monetize their content on YouTube. And we invest money for advertising, marketing, and managing that content so that people can earn money on that content. And we do a revenue share with the people who have that content. So we are instrumental in taking that content across the globe. So that's again a very positive impact where you are sending a message through the content that you are promoting. You're either entertaining them or you're either educating them. And both are activities which are the need of the hour. So it again gives me happiness. So I choose the businesses that I want to get into, and then I do those businesses. So I love what I do, and the variety of businesses which has now built an ecosystem for me, or rather I have an ecosystem in which I can put any business and make it successful, keeps me happy, satisfied, alive, and kicking.
You know, when you speak about this, I can see the expressions in your face. You are really actually passionate about it, and that reflects off your face. I also know that for a fact, and I believe probably because you have so many business, maybe you skip that. You also provide economical or affordable housings or white house villas or something like that. I remember that PCNT Ventures.
So the white villas, we
White
constructed
villas.
hundreds of them in Mumbai, Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, and Hyderabad. We constructed hundreds of them, and lots of families bless us because the price points and the style quotient that we created for them is absolutely unmatchable. So I do a lot of construction. Currently, my projects are going on in Chembur, in BKC, and in Khar. But before this, I used to develop and construct a lot of villas on the outskirts of the cities that I just mentioned. So I used to live in a 180 square feet house. So again, like water, I know the value of a good house.
Wow.
And because of that, so life is all about connecting the dot backwards. That is what Steve Jobs says. And I love to add to that saying that life is not only connecting the dot backwards, but it is also creating new dots forwards. So your past helps you to create your present and helps you to shape your future. So that's how I operate. And that's how I do real estate development also. And all these businesses are businesses of not fashion, but passion. And I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a passionpreneur. I love to indulge into businesses which become my passion, and then I give my all into that particular business model. The advantage that I get is I get an opportunity to work with very enterprising entrepreneurs who are again passionpreneurs, and they become the body and soul for me to operate that business effectively with them, through them, and with them.
Wow. So, I mean, I would love to go on and on, but I know we are limited on time. But there's one question I need to ask you here for sure. Is obviously people come to you with a lot of ideas, and you have to sift through the opportunities and the ideas and choose the right one. So, how do you choose it? Like, do you choose based on the founder who's come with the ideas, or the numbers that are behind that? I mean, I think I know the answer, but
I choose the person, then the idea, and the impact that idea can create. If the idea is extremely impactful, numbers don't matter. I never choose any business model with only numbers in mind. The numbers have to work because profit is mandatory to be made by an entrepreneur. Money in good hands builds the society, because people like you and me and people like me are the people who build the society through the impact that they create through entrepreneurship. So profit is mandatory. Numbers are interesting, are important, and are mandatory. But that is not my only criteria. The profits can fluctuate. but the impact cannot. It has to be an impactful idea. Only then it will interest me, excite me, and involve me.
Superb. So, as we conclude this, I want you to have the last word. Where, if there was one advice that you would like to give to budding entrepreneurs or budding businessmen, what would that be?
Try to do everything on your own. Become the champion of delegation and collaboration, and create a team of entrepreneurs together so that you can scale up faster. Always share the pie. When you divide the pie becomes bigger and the pie becomes more valuable. A life of sharing is the best way of living. And if you can do that, you'll bring the best intellectual minds together with their resources, and the business model will be successful for you. So always collaborate. Do not raise only money. If you have to raise money, raise it as late as possible to as high valuation as possible, and always raise money with strategic investors so that they can play a role in your growth. They will not only invest money, but they will also bring on table the resources that they have an access to. And friends, remember one thing: resources are more important than money. Money is required, it is important, but resources are more important than money. If you have a strategic investor, he will ensure that you are successful and you won't fail, because they won't allow you to fail. So a strategic investor is the best partner to have.
Thank you so much, Rajesh. It was really insightful. Friends, this was Prologue, a dialogue with Agnelorajesh Athaide, brought to you by Professional Logistics Network, Prologue, the award-winning network. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Gangadhar, and wish you a very happy new year, and my best wishes to everybody in your family and to everyone watching this show.
Thank you.
Thank you.